Nathan, back to winning ways this afternoon at the Kevin Edward KGV. It's a 1-0 win. Initially, your thoughts?
Delighted. It's a great reaction from the midweek game over at West Allotment. We had to work on things. We got the lads in on Thursday night, and we implemented that in the game today, especially the first half. So that was a good call. But first half dominant. If it wasn't for some outstanding goalkeeping by their kid in goal, you're going in half time much more comfortable than we were. So 1-0. You think there's going to be a reaction. They did. They come out the blocks. They threw it at us, but we withstood the pressure. And it's another clean sheet at home and 3 points, and that's what we wanted.
We spoke on Tuesday after the disappointment at West Allotment, Nathan, about the team not being able to maybe break down and create those chances in the final third. Although it was 1-0, we certainly saw that in the first half.
Yeah, we did. We were against the wind, and we did. We got in down the back of them numerous times. Like I say, the keeper on Tony, fair play to him on that. But it was chalk and cheese from Tuesday night. So we asked for it. They've given us it, and I've got to applaud them for it.
What would you say that second half was a little bit different? The Whickham were a lot deeper. We didn't create the same amount of chances. What was different for you, and what more do you want to see from that team in a week's time?
Conditions quite hard. There's a strong wind today. I think anyone going with the wind, it was always going to be quite hard. But for me, Tom Birtles was knitting things together for us in the midfield. I think when he went off, that kind of stopped. But there's two sides to football: attacking and defending. When you went to the second half, we weren't being fluid like we were at the first. You've got to really grind it out, and that's what we've done. So no complaints from me. We've had a great defensive display, if you like, and a battling display second half. And ultimately, that's what's led to us getting the points out we have.
Without trying to tempt fate, Nathan, I mean, realistically, it looked like we could have played for another half an hour, 45 minutes and got conceded. It was 1-0, but it wasn't like we were biting our fingernails towards the end.
No, I agree. I think we're the master of our own mistakes. I think we look very, very solid. The only times teams are really breaking us down is when we make mistakes, which happens a lot at this level of football. So if we can hone in on that and tighten that up a little bit, like I say, I think we've got a very, very good defensive all the way from the top end of the pitch to the back line, and we've improved it again today. So it's not an area.
The squad were great today, and they get a very, very well deserved week off. We don't play for another week until we host Kendall here at the Kevin KGV. How important is it to get that training session as well, to be able to have that more time with your squad?
It's really important. We've been learning on the job. Sometimes with the games, you've got players patched up, they're tired. These lads work for a living, and we've had some hard games, especially in the FA Cup against Redcar, where physically it was demanding on us. But it gives us a chance to fine-tune some things that we need to. But also this week's rest, it just gives the lads that little bit more time to recover, which is badly needed. And I'm sure every other team and manager in the league are waiting for that time as well. So we'll use the time wisely, but we'll be ready to go again next week.
Finally, Nathan, you just mentioned next week it's Kendall that we've got. What's your thoughts going into that game?
The tough game as they all are. They've had a very good start. As of I think it's going to be a good game. But listen, we wanted to make this place a fortress. We're 3 games in at home. We've not conceded in the league, I don't think. We need to keep it that way. So it's going to be tough, but if we're at it, there's a good chance we can get on the end of a good result.
Nathan, great result, great performance. Congratulations, and thank you very much for your time.
Cheers, pal.